Got ourselves a 4-man. Sad to see, but we got Avicii playing a Blood Elf over on Team Blue with Drazen in the back, Frenzy, Gushing, and we got Theza gonna be going up first. Yo, Drazen, my man, can you be out of cat from Lissy Doolin? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. In case he got leader of the pack, we got ourselves Genesis, Axa on Moonguard with Kirby in the back, Meister of Death, and the first one's going to be Rouser. 4 people on Team Red, maybe somebody is still on the loading screen. So we'll continue on the game either way. Theza, try to see if we can get a big opener to Rouser. Mark for Death in Venom in the opener. That's going to be Big Vendetta up and running into immediate disarm onto Theza. Trying to read some of the damage he's got going on. Touch of Death to follow with a Fist of Fear, locking out the Rogue for a quick moment. Theza still is trying to pump as much damage as possible. Touch of Death should take at some point. It does stick down. That's going to be a Rouser getting hit with a blind, and Theza looking like he wants to disconnect for a moment. Does he get reset? He actually could keep the Rogue in combat. He doesn't get to. The sap comes in at the end. If only he went for a slightly different playstyle there. If only he went for Jade Lightning just to keep the Rogue in combat for a quick second, he might have had it a little bit more of an advantage over the Rogue, but the saps are going to let the Rogue reset, getting those sippy cups up and running, playing that Assassination, already burned a Vendetta. So a lot of his damage is going to be out of the question. Rouser getting a nice slapperoonie onto Theza's butt cheeks, man. Into Alexium. Ticket coming out from Theza is taking a little bit of damage. Evasion coming out, so he should be able to avoid majority of the damage coming out from Rouser. Rouser just going to hit him with an in-cap into a disarm, trying to avoid as much damage from the Rogue. Banished by Theza, and Rouser's going to go for a bit of a heal. Slower starter for both of these boys, but it looks like Rouser's just trying to play as smooth of a game as he can. Theza, so far a little bit behind. All defenses are down. He's going to be able to get a cheap shot into Rouser. Needs to make a play right here. He's out of all defenses. What are you going to do right now? Try to see if you might be able to go for a bit of kites. Letting the Rouser work. Rouser popping off the images. Fist of Fear probably going to lock down Theza. Locking him down. Nowhere to go. Trying to survive. Safeguard String coming in for a clutch save. But Theza's not out of the woods as he does get knocked down with a big old kicks. Looks like Rouser's going to be playing for 2 today, boys. Drazen is going to be up next, landing an opener onto Rouser. Should be big damage. Pharaoh's got nasty bites here in patch 8.3. Thorns to follow. Rouser could be popping on. Karma is going to commit the Karma onto Drazen. Is not going to be able to cancel out Fist of Fury before chasing after the Pharaoh. So that's going to be Karma traded for Thorns, or more or less Thorns traded for Karma. One less defensive for Rouser as he's cycling through a wall right after. For Drazen, this is quite a good situation for Rouser. Hard to tell. He got himself diffuse magic for now, but I don't really know if that's going to be good enough for him. Is going to throw a bike at Rouser, in cap to follow. The Pharaoh got some beefy damage ready. It's going to be probably Trinket. Does get a Trinket for the Touch of Death to follow. It's going to be Fist of Fury. Does try to pre-wall it. Is going to take the least amount of damage from the Touch of Death. And it's looking like he's going to back up for a second, catch himself a bit of a reset. Rouser's honestly kind of out of cooldowns. He has about 40 seconds of wait. Maybe Human Racial available too. Going for Diffuse Magic in order to continue the pressure onto Drazen. Might still continue the pressure. Your Tiger is lost in order to get out of the route. Does he have any more ability to continue going? Rolled out through the side. Not exactly after Drazen, but does meet him on the other side of the pillar. More slaps coming out. Actually able to turn it around through Procs of Corruption. Super lucky on that one. Papa Nazoth would be proud. Literally proud. And Gushing, what is his name? Gushing Stuff is going to be up next. Was that a Gladiator mount from like Cataclysm? Is that what this was? Is Gushing like some Gladiator Shadow Priest going to go and get some biggie Shadow Priest damage in here? Stunner to Rouser. No Trinket coming out. That's going to be Mind Control trying to come out for Gushing. Does interrupt himself on that Gushing Siphon, and Shadow Fiend down for Rouser. Leg sweep. Trinket's out of immediately going to go for a bit of a Mind Flay. 5th person on Team Red. Did connect. Cheeto Morton is here to stay. We did get a 5th right now, boys. Rouser was holding the fort. But now, Rouser, you're more than welcome to just fall apart if you want to. I mean, I want to. Mind Control trying to come out for Gushing, though. Does Gushing play a lot of Gushing? I think that'd be perfect for a Shadow Priest, because they do like the least amount of dot damage in my opinion. It's going to be a Lysol Frenzy. That is allowed. So it's going to give Gushing a whole new health bar to continue running with this. Trying to get a Mind Blast and more damage onto Rouser. Getting slapped around with Void. It looks like Rouser is the better favored son of Nazoth himself. Gushing is literally... eventually... If Frenzy was supposed to go next, if eventually we're going to go in front of him while Frenzy recovers health, I think that's perfectly fine, by the way. It might have been better to swap health with Avinci, because Avinci can actually heal himself and like when the cooldowns are up. Frenzy, if you want to pop like Death Pact or whatever right now, just start getting health back, That might be a helpful. Gonna be a greater fate for a second for Gushing. Does get a silence on Rouser with the Fist of Fury. Both over super low mind control trying to come out. And Rouser does end up taking out a third from Team Blue. Frenzy was supposed to be next. If he wants to wait and have Avinci go, since, you know, the hell swap, just super unfortunate. Avinci, if you want to go next, yeah, I think that'll be a little bit more fair. Rouser, though, not getting roused today, boys. I was actually hoping a lot of Shadow Priest. I mean, it's hard, dude. You guys saw how the priest fight went, right? Instant disarm onto Avinci with big old kicks coming in for Rouser, locking him down. Fist of Fury, trying to see sneak attack with a Shadow Step, get a shot into a Destrigath trinket for the Rogue. Big wall coming up for Rouser, not letting the scroll escape his wrath into Alexia, forcing out a trinket. The Rogue does not want to burn defenses quite yet. At least I wouldn't think so. Big wall available for Rouser. The has karma if needed. It looks like he's actually going to back up completely. The first time we've seen Rouser actually completely retreating. So far, he's been on the offensive, but this Rogue is actually making him rethink his strategies by a hair. 6 minutes into this duel, 7% dampening, boys. If you guys remember that Rogue versus Shadow Priest duel we had yesterday in the EU, this monk didn't really make it look all that difficult. Come on, dude. That Rogue was struggling. I think 12% haste, honestly, was doing bad for him. Is the Disarmer to Avinci. Gonna have a bit of a hard time generating comp points. Swoop into Phantom Knives immediately. Gonna generate some comp points, if any. With evasion up for now. Rouser, does he have a human racial available? Could be a Shadow Step sneak attack in the shot. Still trying to build comp points. Get a shot coming in on Rouser. Does he have enough damage? Human racial coming out for Rouser. Avinci is super low in health. Has a vanish if he needs to. Trying to save the vanish for a little bit later. Leg sweep while vanish comes out. Still taking damage. But he is in stealth. He is in vanish. He actually caught himself a full reset. Could get a stab at Rouser. No more human racial available. If you have a full Vendetta, bike, anything, Destrigath, this could be the end to Rouser's run. This could be the first man to take down this monk right here. That's going to be a kid in the shot. Does get the tentacle with a big Destrigath to follow. Perfect setup. Karma not available. And down goes Rouser with the tentacle swap into Chet Morton immediately. Why am I having trouble saying your name? Chet Morton. Chet. It's almost like Chad, but like his distant cousin or something. Chet is already popping off wings, not letting Avinci out of sight, and this is going to be a capitalization on that Rogue immediately. 7 minutes into the 7:30 second mark with 60% dampening. Frenzy from Sonaris is going to be up next as an Unholy Death Knight versus Chet, who still has wings, actually looking to stay away from Frenzy this whole time. You're the guy with wings. You're the guy with cooldowns. I don't really know what you would want to say. I would think you would want to take that momentum of wings and just slap the DK around a little bit. But that's going to be a massive group by the DK into Chad with a bike to follow. Drop it down. The big transformation for the pet does not drop down the rest of the army or Abomination. Is just looking to Chain of Ice Chet right now while he's got an army rolling up with Apocalypse. Maybe Abomination turning up soon. Could be. Chet is just trying to see if he can recover a little bit of health. Going to be a short pet stun to stop it for a moment. Frenzy trying to see if he can catch up to Chet. And Chet just does not want to fight, man. Might have to burn a bubble or bob here. Going to be a rotated Shield of Vengeance as the pets actually explode. The explosion does very, very little damage. But the Shield of Vengeance does cover him for a little bit from it. Abomination joined the fight. Lots of necrotic starting to stack up, and Chet bubbling this up, but still playing very, very defensively. So far, Frenzy got a massive cooldown out of Chet. Blessing of Protection isn't going to be enough. If he can keep this Paladin next to Abomination, he'll be in a good spot. Does force him to Trinket. The Paladin is trying to avoid the Abomination as best as possible. Trying to get a slow onto Frenzy. Going to be big wings up and running for Chad. Middle-long wings are coming out. Trying to do the most amount of damage unless the real wings. Nope, only middle-long wings. Frenzy popping an IBF. Trying to go for Transfusion. And Chad is completely necrotic out. If there's more procs from Azeroth, so the Chad could be down for the count. Going to be a Bob right now. It's still getting interrupted. That's going to be Death Goal still going through him. Not every ability is going to go through the Blessing of Protection, but most will hodge onto Frenzy. Chooses to Trinket it. Chet without a defensive, and looks like he's going to be cleaved down. 9 minute mark, 26% dampening. Kirimi is coming in pretty headstrong with Frenzy not really having too much opportunity to get some self-heals. Might be need to rotate a lot more defensive cooldowns a lot quicker here. Kirimi only popping in big Metamorphosis with a bike onto Frenzy, blurring everything, and Frenzy looks like there's a little bit of lag going on with this man. Popped himself Death Pact, and is trying to hold on to that necrotic out health for a little bit. Stone to Kirimi does Trinket as the DK connects. The Army of the Dead is going to join in for Kirimi. There should be a lot of healing. Necrotics are slowly starting to show its ugly head from Frenzy, and DC with yet another 20 bone dono, my man. Oh my god, DC, dude. Beautiful butterfly and pizza. Thank you so much, DC. I appreciate it. For the beautiful butterfly comment and the pizza comment. We got ourselves also Frenzy getting hit. Within a prison. We got a hashtag DC in chat, boys, showing appreciation for the monthly donor. My man. Appreciate you. Frenzy going for transfusion. Trying to see if it might be able to recover. The abomination is fading. So that's going to be a lot of the damage gone. Somehow still surviving through the Death Knight. With a stun to follow. Amos is up and running. Kermit just needs a couple more physical hits. Prioritize physical damage more than anything. And down goes the DK. With Rouser? I don't even know how to say name properly, honestly. Taking on home 3 kills. My man, here we get a hashtag DC for that beautiful, beautiful donor. First duel of the day. And let's see who else is up and running, yeah? Got back arena. Thanks for 1v1 Duels. 150 100. Hell yeah, fam. Well, let's go to group, boys.